Well, hello there. I'm glad you can join me today on this lovely Monday evening. Today, as some of you may have guessed already, we're gonna be finally finishing up the look excursion, if you will, that we got ourselves into together with Sino, Tenari, Koli, as well as Albedo and Sucrose. And after that, we'll see where the adventure leads us. But that's the general gist of what we're gonna do today. So get ready, maybe get some snacks, maybe a home beverage or two, and get cozy, because it's gonna be a wild ride. Now, just let me fix the chat for you guys, so it's a little bit nicer. Let's see. Oh, hey there, Alex. Hopefully you're doing great. Okay, that should be better. There we go.
I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was.
Now that we're all set, we can finally begin. Let me heal up a little bit first, just because, as you can see, I didn't leave the area since yesterday's stream, so my team is a little bit in critical state, if you will. But let's get warmed up, as usual, with a little bit of a, daily grind stuff. We'll catch up with you guys and see what you've been up to, if anything at all. But yeah, today, you're gonna get a little bit of a mellow voice as well, because weather has been too kind to the good old Lux, so my throat is a little bit, under the weather, if you will. So yeah. If I get a voice crack or two, that's why. Okay, let me get to the reading voice. I told my girlfriend I would send her a letter before too long, just to let her know I'm safe and sound. Then things got busy, and I forgot all about it. Dear me, could you deliver this letter to her for me? Her name's Gloria. The blonde girl, dandelion seed collector. You must be Godwin. Glory mentioned you. What? How do you know Glory? She made you run an errand, you say? I hope it wasn't anything dangerous. Nah, not really. I mean, all we did was spread a few dandelion seeds on a statue of good old Venti, so it wasn't anything too bad. She asked us to get her some dandelion seeds, that's all. She said by releasing them into the wind, they would convey her heart's desires to you. Dandelion seeds, huh? That does sound like my Glory, alright. Yes, well, there was a plan. Let me, fill you in. Did you hear about the time the Grandmaster left Mondstadt and took 4 out of every 5 knights with him? Right. Well, I was one of those assigned to the expedition. But unfortunately, just as we were getting ready to set off, I realized I'd lost the keepsake that Glory gave me. By the time I was done looking for it, they already left. I still haven't figured out how to catch up with them, and in the meantime, I've just been milling around here. I can't bring myself to go back to Mondstadt. I can only imagine what the knights would think of me if I just crawling back. I mean, better than just, staying in the middle of nowhere, but you know what, Godwin, you do you. Also, I promised Glory I will send her letters and gifts from all around the world. I said I would send her the world. That's a big promise. Never make promises you cannot keep, Godwin. That's lesson number 1. If you found out I'd never even made it out of Mondstadt, you don't want to lose face. I mean, face is pretty important, a lot of crucial things going on there. Please, deliver this letter to Glory for me, won't you? I bet she's worried sick about me. I can't thank you enough, Traveler. Please keep everything I just told you a secret, though. Ah, fair enough, Goldwyn. Anyway, guys, before we go on there, I forgot to ask you how you doing. Is everything great? I hope so. Me, myself. Haven't been up to much, you know. As soon as I had the stream yesterday, I just kind of like collapsed on my bed. And the next thing I knew, it was 7 a.m. So yeah, I guess not sleeping for almost 2 days in a row took a little bit of a toll on me, if you will. My body is not as it used to be. I remember back in the day, you know, back when I was a young, spry gentleman, not a 22-year-old old man. I used to be able to pull all-nighters as easily as breathing, but now, not so, not so. Even staying up one night is kind of difficult nowadays. So yeah, rough. Hello, I know that voice, Traveler. It's you, isn't it? What brings you here today? The letter. A letter for me. Who would do that? Godwin. Have you seen him? I guess that must mean he's okay. What did he say when he'll be back? Sorry, forget all that. I'm sure he must be far too busy to answer all these questions. I don't want to put any more pressure on him. But could you read the letter to me? Quietly. No one needs to hear this but the two of us. Alright, sure. Alright. I'll give you the best experience glory a man can offer. The stone peaks in Leeway have attracted the attention of many knights, but not a fan of them. Stone is rough and scratches the hands. Instead, I like a kind of flower known as a silk flower. It has a fine texture and gives off a faint aroma. If I weren't so far away, I would bring some back for you. I bet you would love them. Alright. Leeway Harbor. Wow. Godwin really is seeing the world after all. Thank you. I will treasure this letter. Next time you see Godwin, do tell him I'm thinking of him. Sorry to tell you this, Glory, but Godwin is a little bit of a scatterbrain. So not sure when you're gonna see him again. He might get lost in the forest and, you know, just never come back. Alright, Godwin, I did your dirty deed. Indeed I did. At least she's not mad at me after their long silence. How do you know about Leeway Harbor when you've been milling around Mondstadt the whole time? Yes, all my stories are based on things the Grandmaster has told me. He's been everywhere. Anyway, thanks again, you have been a big help. Here, take these dandelion seeds. I picked them myself. Next time Glory asks you for more dandelion seeds, I'd appreciate it if you could help her out again. I mean, I'll think about it. I can't make promises. Remember what I told you, Godwin? Never promises you can't keep. It all depends on the, you know, fate of cards, if you will. I guess I'll leave you to it. But yeah, overall, guys, as I said, passed out straight away. So haven't done much, but while at work, I did read quite a few chapters of quite an interesting story. I think I told you about it before. It was like, maybe no. So basically, I read a manga about a guy that's born in the world of superpowers. Alright, so the premise already pretty cool. But it's not so easy because in this world of superpowers, not everybody has them. So it's kind of like My Hero Academia, right? And the main character is kind of like Deku. Because instead of getting, you know, strong by himself, what he does is he gets his own version of All Might. But instead of it being, you know, a big, strong, muscular man, always there ready to protect him, it was, you know, a very attractive old lady that is like a million years old, but looks like she's 20, which is, you know, part for the course. And she becomes his master in a path of no superpowers, but something far greater, and that is cultivation. So that's the premise of the story. Oh, hey there, Aya. Hopefully you're doing great. So, the scene is set, right? But not quite, because our main character apparently was known as, you know, somebody without talent to get superpowers, but instead, what he didn't realize that he had a godly gift, if you will, for cultivation. And he pretty much, after just one, you know, training session, beat like S-class villain. So within like 10 chapters, he became from nobody to pretty much like demolishing one of the strongest, you know, existences in the world. So that was like, okay, I'm listening. Because usually, you know, there's training arc and everything, but majority of the time you don't just jump, you know, straight to the final boss. But you know what? I respect it. Because not everybody can do that. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. The story itself is pretty good, but not the greatest, as you can tell, because he jumps all over the place, and the storyline is just kind of like our main character just trying to get stronger without particular reason, really. It's not like end goal for him. He just wants to be strong. And you know what? I do respect that, because, you know, man gotta be strong. Gotta protect, you know, he has a sister and everything. You gotta protect those important people to you. That's just how it goes. Other than that, not much, not much. I actually spent like 2 hours today just, you know, sitting in the office making that thumbnail for today's video. Because I was like, I want to make something special. So I killed 2 hours in Photoshop just like deleting backgrounds and like making images transparent and whatnot. I think I went through like different variations as well, because I had this idea of like making the Wimbledon characters as Campbells, you know, for the title. And I think what I did was pretty cool. Because I wanted to do a little bit different. I wanted to like put Aether with his sister or something, to, you know, indify that he only cares about her, and like do Paimon with a cooking pot or something, but I thought it would be too, you know, too shallow. It would be too obvious. So made Paimon and Aether, you know. Threw a little bit of a curveball. Because defying expectations is what I'm good at. But yeah, that was pretty fun. It's kind of therapeutic for me, making thumbnails. That's what I learned, I grew to love after doing so many live streams already. Because every time I'm like trying to make something a little bit unusual, but pretty cool nonetheless.
Off we go! This may hurt a little. Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
Alright, this one 2 down actually. Oh no, 3. Even better than I thought. Gosh, I amaze myself sometimes. Let's see, what's the last one?
Everybody stand back!
Kamisato Ari. Suiyu.
Nice. I don't really like doing commissions in Dragonspine because they're kinda annoying.
There is no escape. Now.
Even like the simple like fights like these are just for some reason more annoying. Probably because of sheer cold, but you know.
Let's light it up.
I'd say Dragonspine is probably my least favorite like area, period. If it didn't have sheer cold, I feel like it would be pretty good, but just with it, it's kinda annoying me. Because I don't know about you, but I don't really like being forced to keep attention to something I don't care about, which is, you know, the cold meter. You're just kind of there to make your life a little bit harder.
Opportunities to bask in the sunlight like this are few and far.
Ad Astra. Thank
All
you for
right.
complete.
Now that we did this,
Ad
it's finally
Astra.
time to actually get back into the quest. Find what it's all about. There we go. Okay. Let's see, what is it? Did I not study yet? Sure did. Ah, is this one? Alright, there we go.
Traveler, Paimon. Great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups. Nice work. Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Well, let's see what we got on our hands. Part 3. The finale, if you will. Alright, let's see what we got. A flower that is not of this world. A guide who will never get lost. One who would never lie. A legend that never ends. Let's do the flower one first. My bet is on Albedo. If Albedo is not voting for Albedo, then I don't know what to say, honestly. After our conversation the other day, I went over the prophecy's wording carefully. A flower that is not of this world sounds more like a logical paradox. Think about it. If a flower is not of this world, its existence cannot be perceived. However, if it can be perceived, it will not fit the description of the prophecy. As such, my view is that the riddle's answer doesn't have to be a real plant. However, I must also note, with all due respect, that the person who came up with this riddle may not know all the plants in the world. And I dare say that no one could make such a claim. From this perspective, you could even think of some rare plants as potential candidates for the answer. Alright, Tanari, Jesus Christ, you could have just said you don't know. Albedo, what you got to say? Please do not be another essay. Oh god. A flower that is not of this world. It doesn't sound like an existing species, or something created through specialized cultivation techniques. With that noted, I believe we should think out of the box. After reviewing what I've learned over the years, I have now reached a conclusion. Sucrose also came to discuss her thoughts with me. She hasn't yet decided on the answer at the moment of me writing this letter, so I won't be revealing my own conclusion right now. We can discuss it in detail when we meet, and I hope everyone else will bring their perspective answers too. I'll see you then. Alright, Albedo, why does everyone go in riddles? No conclusive answer. Sucrose, what do you have to say yourself for yourself? Come on. It feels strange to insert a letter into the mailbox that I made myself, but I did find my answer. At first, I thought that the flower created using alchemy would constitute one that is not of this world, according to the prophecy, but after giving it some more thought, I realized that instead of creating an actual plant, a flower-shaped mechanism, made of alchemical products might fit the description better, so I arrived at my conclusion. A clock in the shape of a flower. The long passage of life brushes past. The timepiece, leaving fluttering petals in its wake. The elapsing years stir the leaves, pushing the needle of time forward. Okay, I do like the answer. That one was pretty clever. I like the other boys who was just like, Tanari was just like, you stupid and you're wrong. I don't like your question, so I'm not gonna answer it. I bet it was like, I know the answer, but I'm not gonna tell you my answer unless you do tell yours first. And so girls were like straight up, okay, here's my answer. I like that. Okay, what else we got? A guide who will never get lost. Alright, Mono, what do you have to say? No one can confidently say that they will never get lost, but as long as their wish to guide and help others does not waver, they will become a ship that can traverse the waves eternally. I didn't perform any divination before writing this letter, but I have a feeling that I will witness the truth behind the prophecy together with you all. So, if you need me, just call on me at my place. I'll be there. Alright, that was kinda nothing. Sandwich, but okay. Bennett, come on. I'm betting you pretty high. Do not let me down. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Before you came to me with this prophecy, it never even crossed my mind that I could be part of this. Well, as you all know, I'm probably the last person you think of when it comes to guiding others. I still have a long way to go, and I'm still trying to figure out how to peacefully coexist with everything in this world. Oh, my poor Bennett. That hurts. It hurts so much. But if you're asking me about who can be of help, my friend Fischl and her friend Mona, the astrologers, are both very knowledgeable and brave. I'd say they're probably the ones you're looking for, and that's my answer. Wishing you all good luck. My sweet Bennett. That was a great answer. Because Mona can just look it up the future if she really wanted to, so technically she can never get lost. I do like that answer. And Fischl has Oz, and Oz knows a lot, so Fischl by herself, no chance, but with Oz, you picked my interest. Guys, it's too grand a title for me, but I'd love to be everyone's friend. It's something I think I'm good at, and I'm an attentive listener. So do let me know when you feel lost. To use an analogy, I'm like a torch out in the wild that will help illuminate everyone's path, so long as this continues to burn bright. Everything written below is not meant for Collie. Dear Collie, if you're reading this, please turn away. I've been worried about Collie lately. She's recovered from the illness, but she still doesn't look all that cheerful. It feels like she still has the things she can't let go of. Allow me to write down my wish here. I hope that Collie can uncover the secret behind the prophecy and find her happiness. Whenever she is and whoever she becomes, I'll always be her friend no matter what. We're not the savior and the saved, but simply good friends. That's sweet. That was a great letter, Amber. I enjoyed that. Alright, Mika, I don't know you well, but you do have big boots. And big boots probably means you have big brain as well, so let's see. I hope this letter finds you all well. I didn't expect to be asked such a question, which caused quite a headache at first. I only know how to guide people in the geological sense, but on the journey of life, I'm still the lost kid who needs the guidance of others. But upon seeing your question, I immediately knew what I can help you with. I tried drawing a map showing vegetation distribution for Mount Tanari and Miss Collie, as well as a dragon sporting calendar for Mr. Sino. Both are attached below. In the next few days, I will need to patrol with the captain and draw maps for Miss Lisa, so I can only support you with my well wishes. My apologies, please forgive me. I hope the map and the list will be of some help to you. Mika. Alright, Mika just bailing out on us like that? Come on. I like Ambers the most, but elsewhere, okay, but nothing too grand. But the one who would never lie. Alright, Sino. The man. The myth. Nay, the legend. Let's see what he has to say. You are correct to assume that I seldom lie. This has to do with my upbringings. As a desert dweller who has been living within the academia since my childhood, my unusual identity makes it hard for others to trust me, and it would have been harder still if I was not honest. As a result, I learned to talk less and speak no more than what is necessary. Uncovering the secret behind the prophecy may come with its perils. If you need someone who would never lie, I can join you. I mean, I told you Sino straight up. This man probably doesn't know how to lie if he even tried. In the process, he probably would make another masterpiece of a joke instead of a lie. Alright, Rosaria. I must make one thing clear first. I am not someone who would never lie. After hearing your question, I thought about many things in the past, in earnest, and recalled many occasions upon which I lied. I often make up excuses to avoid chore practice. I also tell white lies too, sometimes to make myself happy, and other times to allow myself to give up on some struggles. The nicest lie I've ever come up with is the one I told Varka, that I didn't want to stay in Mondstadt. Varka responded with another lie, and that was his advice to me. Your current abilities are not suited to life beyond Mondstadt's borders. I can't be the answer to this question, but suggest that you consider what never lying actually means. Does it mean to never deceive, or to never lie with ill intent? It's a pity that I'm not the one you're looking for, but believe that someone who meets the requirements will turn up. Good luck. Alright, that was honestly more mellow than I expected Rosaria's letter to be, because I was fully expecting Rosaria to be like, you know, super edgy about it, and be like, lie, me? Are you calling me a liar? Do I look like I'm lying to you right now? I'm the most honest, trustworthy person you ever met. You little snot burglar. How dare you say that to me? I know where you live, okay? I'll find you. That's the kind of vibe I was expecting from Rosaria, but you know what? I was pleasantly surprised. Okay. Razor. I'm expecting the greatness. Come on. Oh, look at that. Look at those words. I asked my teacher Lisa to write this letter. It's much better than the ones I wrote. Many thanks. I don't lie. I trust you. Come to me when you need me. I'll always be there for you. This is the sweetest goddamn thing I ever read. This is why I love Razor so much. Just look at this. You telling me that you would never trust Razor. Like, this boy is incapable of any ill emotions. He is the purest goddamn sweetest thing to have existed. And I love him. Goddamn Razor. Making me feel things. Alright. A legend that never ends. Alright, let's see what Lisa has to say. Legends were created by humans. In that sense, no legends endures forever. And all stories might end in regret someday. But as long as good story lives in people's hearts, it does in some way live on forever. There's a conclusion I'll come to after years of reading anyway. Best of luck, little cuties. Alright, jeez, Lisa. Alright, Klee. Mom writes travel guides, but she did have friends who wrote fairy tales. So Klee's heard that a story it also spans their whole life writing will always be a good one. Alright, Klee, I do agree. That's a good question. And a good answer as well. Alright, Coley, you're the last one. Let's see what you have to say. I think a legend that never ends should be a story filled with hopes and dreams. It works like a baton that's passed on from one person to the next, offering something meaningful to everyone they touches. I was once greatly encouraged by such stories, so I think I'll be going with this answer. There's a good one. I do like that one. Alright, I think that's all. That was interesting.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world.
Okay.
Tainari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person.
In other words, they don't know. Okay, moving on.
As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
I mean, that is a good question. I don't know the answer to that one, but it does sound like a good answer to me. But then again, I could be wrong. Because I thought it would be Albedo. I thought we were actually picking the person.
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates.
Oh, do not pick me. Are you kidding me? If maps didn't exist, I'd be lost. There's no way. I have a magic of, maps just being imprinted within my brain to tell me directions. So you know what, on the other hand, if you give me that power, then yes, I'll never get lost. But if you take that away, no chance.
Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Sino.
Fair, fair.
Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
That is a sweet thing to say. I do agree with that.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
Timaeus probably busy, chasing that dream.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Klee said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively pass from one person to the next.
That's a good one.
So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then?
Well, in my humble opinion, for the first one, I like Sucro's answer the best. But then again, Albedo might have a banger, saved up up his sleeve. So, I'll need to hear his answer first, but for now, Sucrose. The second one, the guy that never get lost. That's toughy, but I'd say it's probably Razor because of his, sharp nose. He probably will, lead us to the glory just by smelling everything ahead. The third one, which was, Who Would Never Lie, right? I'd go with Sino because that man is strict as hell, so he would not allow himself to lie. And the fourth one, the story, I would go with Lisa's answer because she's a librarian. She's probably read every single book to have existed, considering she's a witch. So yeah, that would be my answers personally, but let's see what they have to say for themselves.
You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Or, let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
Wait! Wait for me!
Oh, Timaeus, you're back.
Oh, Timaeus, what brings you here?
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
And what makes you say that? What makes you say that you're better than Sino, huh, Timaeus? Give me a reason.
Huh? This is kind of sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath?
Of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying R?
Sure.
Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Okay, I'm listening.
Wait, so Ying-Er is the girl from Liyue that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-Er the whole time?
Oh, Timaeus, you sly dog. Can't blame you for that one, though.
No, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy.
I know that woman. It just came to me who she is. It's that thirst lady. I'm afraid now. Timaeus, look at me. Timaeus. You don't want to go there. That woman is horrifying. She's a succubus incarnate, okay? You don't want to go there. She's devious. Timaeus, I'm looking out for you, my boy. Look, you deserve better, honestly. That's one-way ticket down to the undertown, okay? You don't want to go there. But you know what? If you so wish, I cannot stop you. Because you know what? My creed is to help people. And if you wish to be helped, then I can only give you my advice of caution. And it's up to you whether you want to take it or not.
Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-Er's heart.
So, at Star Snatch Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-Er?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart, transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Ying-Er is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put myself out there. Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windbloom Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying-Er to Mondstadt.
Ooh, okay, I'm listening.
But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream. And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying-Er's love if I'm so selfish?
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
Okay, Timaeus, you know what? After that heartfelt, confession that you just gave, I do believe that you might be trustworthy enough to, be the answer to the riddle. At least for now.
But then what about Ying-Er?
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes, I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single lie in my life.
It cannot be proven, Timaeus. I haven't been there. I met you when you already were adult. What about when you were a child? What about the cookies you stole from your mother, when she told you not to have one? Timaeus, I cannot trust you wholeheartedly, but you know what? Only a man of great character could admit to his faults. And admit that he's in the wrong. So, perhaps you are a man of trust. Well, I still need to find that out.
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that
Thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help.
Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie. Great! Let's keep it up. On to the other three. Okay, Paimon will do the honors. Ahem.
Alright, the crew is back in town. Except two. Not sure where the signer, the comedic genius himself, and the Zanari, the sidekick of said genius, is.
We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timaeus.
The most important one of them all.
Huh? Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name too.
Directly, Jesus Christ. Do not pull out your bombs. It's okay. Do not panic, everyone. It's all good. Klee, just stay under control. You know, I'll give you candy. Just please calm down. Because the last thing I want is to Klee to be mad. That is a death sentence right there. You don't want to do that to that child.
All right. We also have Clean. That's me.
She slowly puts the bombs away. You saved athletics.
With Klee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there? Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
Oh, sure it does.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this.
Actually, I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Alright there, Savik. Glad you can join us.
Well, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scry glass?
I hope you're doing great, by the way.
According to the prophecy, once we figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where is this lantern? Oh, we know something about that.
Do we know?
What? Wow, that's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun.
That's nice to hear, Savik. I'm glad. Because you know, on Mondays it's a bit rough for everyone, but you know what? It's always nice when you have a decent Monday. That's a sign for a good week.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
This is it! We're off to find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy!
But yeah, as you can see, we're still catching up a little bit on the Windbloom event. Well, finishing up, I should say, probably. We are on our last part to witness, you know, Timaeus finally finding his love.
According to the map, it should be somewhere around here.
You know, Sino finally
Let me
telling
take a
his greatest jokes available.
It should be right up ahead.
And you know, everyone just having a good time in general. Because look at this, the crew is back.
Aww, I don't see any lanterns here. Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the Lantern of Utmost Joy actually looks like, right? Maybe we've overlooked something?
Or somebody stole it. It's one of the two, really.
Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
Yes. Venti's note here says, we should look up and seek the answer from the sky.
Paimon's reading too! Huh? It says
The slip also says now you should recite the incantation.
Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
I mean, come on, Savik, we all know that Sino is the greatest comedic genius of them all. It's no, opinion, it's just pure facts. You can't refute it. It's how it is.
Look! The wind is blowing!
What a strong wind current. Let's write it up and see where it leads us.
Alright. I have many questions. First, why is this floating? I've been here many times. There's no floating islands, okay? What is going on? What kind of dark sorcery do we have here?
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
Timaeus, you asked the wrong questions here. I'm still waiting for my answer. Who has the power to float land? Is it Venti?
Here.
I bet it's Albedo, the sly dog. Casually manipulate elements.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this!
Alright, looks quite nice, quite nice.
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it?
Now, that is a real question right here, Paimon. I'm glad for once we are on the same page. I mean, dark magic is nothing to joke about, Savik, We gotta, be serious about it.
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost.
Alright, I doubt it somehow, Collie, but I bet you never seen a man get lost between two trees. Because today might be a lucky day.
Oh, good thinking, Collie. Huh. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
You know what? I'm feeling it. A nice tea set, whatever this is. I do like it, I just don't know what that is. The, purple chairs. A cozy vibe going on. I do like that, Oh, hey there, Liz. Hopefully you're doing great. You joined at the perfect time. A tea party time, by the looks of it.
I never would have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above Mondstadt, too.
Neither could I, because this would have been my favorite place if I knew about it. Are you kidding me? I would be just here, spending all the time. You would just casually see me, floating on my little island, sipping on my tea, reminiscing about good times with Jean-Lee, the greatest man of them all. Just having a great time.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table. There's even a chair for each side of the lantern, too.
Clee, you're a good kid. You're a good child. Never change.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look. Take your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment.
That is a good thing to do, Liz. That's what we all should do. As I said in Discord before, one tea a day keeps, bad luck away. And that's what we should all aspire to be like. Because you don't want bad luck on your side, And green tea cleanses your soul as well as your body. And that's very important, Washes all of the bad stuff away. And just leave the pure, unadulterated, raw energy that you can just convert into the best emotions possible. That's what green tea does to you. Not many know that.
Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is it, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone, please stay clear for a moment.
I do agree with the man, Never sit on an unknown chair on a floating island, you know? It's a dangerous thing to do. If you're ever in a situation like this, you know, take caution.
Well, all our questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
How
I
is
mean, we can
everything,
try.
Albedo?
Lee just pulls out, you know, like one of her bombs. Oh, is it unusual to, you know, feel stressed out? We just start playing, you know, a game of musical chairs. But with actual bombs, you know. For the losers, they get thrown off the cliff, you know, with a bomb attached to their back. It's like a real-life Hunger Games, but with Klee as a judge. And only the fittest one survives and is able to, you know, inherit the island and become the true owner of, you know, the greatest tea party said to have existed.
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms. But I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy.
I mean, if you say so, Albedo, I do trust you. I do. I really do, but you know what? I still wouldn't drink the tea, you know. Nobody made it here. You never know what they could have added to the tea. It could be a truth serum, you know. They could be after our deepest, darkest secrets. And they might find out my deepest love for Jean-Li, you know, out in the public. And what am I gonna do then? Then I'm gonna need to confess to Jean-Li and, you know, just tell him about my emotions, you know. Get married, settle in the countryside, you know, start growing vegetables. And who would want that? Who would want the perfect life like that? No. We can't allow that.
Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round.
That sounds kind of smart. But why?
Ah, I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly. See, I'm thinking of you guys as well. It would be too unfair for, you know, to take away such perfect specimen from the world out there. Jean-Li cannot be, you know, just blinded by a single person. Or entity, for that matter. He is for everyone. He's a people's pleaser, you know? And if you take him away, what is there to look forward to? Because he's a beacon of light in the darkness, you know? He's the one that's guiding us on a daily basis. And if you take that guiding light away, we'll all be stranded in the darkness. And I cannot allow that with a good consciousness. I'm not an evil mastermind like that. I need to think of you guys sometimes as well, you know?
Mona, is there something wrong? You're not looking too good.
Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks. Thank you for offering, Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin, hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then no. Could that person be?
I knew it. Where's Chun-Yu when you need him? We have a ghost situation in our house. I knew it is a ghost party. Ain't no perfect flying islands just, you know, go untamed like that. It's possessed. We are trapped within the circle of this ghost, and he's gonna force us, you know, to partake within his sick tea parties and have the best times possible until the end of time. We got again, you know, going trapped in a tea party trick yet again. How many times can we fall for the same trick? There's been already 5 this week. Unbelievable. When will we learn?
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be?
Quick, come on. I told you it's a ghost.
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
I mean, I don't think you can prove it that there's a ghost. But then again, you cannot unprove that there's no ghosts. You see? It's either lose-lose situation or win-win, depending on how you look at it.
Don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona.
I'll just do what Albedo said.
Yes. Let's test the hypothesis together, Klee.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right.
Okay, then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world,
I would say unbelievable. It's obviously Albedo. Just say Albedo and we're all good.
You can do it, Sucrose.
Come on, Sucrose. You know the name. Just say it. Come on.
then I would fetch a tetratanic sweet flower.
Okay.
All right, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost.
Okay. Let's see where we go.
I hope you found your answer.
Mm-hmm.
My answer is that I will be that guide.
That's a good one. I like that one. Because you see, when you are lost on the road with no hope, dreams, you know, when you're lost in the darkness, when Zhongli is not there to comfort you, unless you stand up and walk by yourself, ain't nobody gonna pick you back up. You gotta be, you know, your own guide in this life somehow. You shouldn't look for other people's advice. You should be your own beacon of light every now and again. I know as tempting as it is to, you know, follow Zhongli's greatness all the time, sometimes you just gotta rely on yourself more than anything. You gotta become your own compass, your own map, and your own directions guide. In order to reach the greatness that Zhongli reached himself. Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, Zhongli was once a man as well. Before he ascended the realm of godhood, he was a man. And he was a great man as well. But there was no other Zhongli to help our Zhongli to become great. Zhongli took himself up there, you know? He slaughtered his way right to the top, with his spear by his side and his unbelievable handsomeness to back it up. And he achieved the gloryhood of becoming the greatest entity to have existed. And that's what we should all aspire to be like as well. To, you know, pave our own path and reach the greatness that nobody can achieve other than us. Because at the end of the day, being the greatest version of yourself is what it's all about. That's what we should aim for every single day.
For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it to where I am today.
Oh, no worries, Savik. I hope you have a great night.
Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others. I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tainari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
That's a good answer.
All right, it's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person.
I mean, being trustworthy is a virtue in of itself, because when you think about it, it's very hard to find somebody that never lies, and that's always true to themselves, and never listens to, you know, other people's opinions, and stays clear of what they want, what they need in life. And just be truthful to everyone around them. Because as tempted as it is to lie sometimes and put yourself up there, you know, sometimes you gotta face the facts that you are not perfect. And Timaeus did that. Timaeus is a man that achieved that. And for that, I do respect him.
I'd like to thank everyone too for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
No worries, Timaeus. You earned it.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Okay, I kind of know what you're gonna say, but continue.
Wait, the lantern just lit up!
Ooh, nice. But yeah, I'm pretty sure what I meant by that, since she didn't explain, is as humans, we might only live 100 years, but you know what? It's what we leave behind that matters, because the more we achieve in life, the greater our impact on the world is, the more undying our story will be, because remember this, there's never going to be a second you. There's not going to be a second Lux out there, there's not going to be a second you out there. You are the one. You are unique in your right. And that's what truly matters.
Whoa! All 4 sides of the lantern are glowing!
Oh, hey, that's Anish. Hopefully you're doing great.
Huh? But
Kale, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
oh, all right.
Huh? What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
Oh, doing pretty well, you know. Just chilling, doing a little bit of questing in Genshin, you know. Just good stuff. Other than that, you know, I had a nice sleep last night, finally. After about 42 hours of staying awake. I passed out right after the stream. I just went to my bed and just collapsed. And slept for like good 9 hours. Woke up at 7 AM. I was like, feeling great about myself.
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
No right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
And to think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
Look who it is.
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Indeed so, Scarlet. Not sure who you are, but fair enough.
Hey! You're that Outlander we met the other day at Good Hunter!
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
Oh, is that so? Then, why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow?
Wait, really?
Rosario's like, yes, it is me. The greatest spy of them all.
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
Huh? But why? Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after all?
We all been duped. God, how could we? We just spent like a good 6 hours trying to find out the answers, and now we found out that it's all been a ruse. Unbelievable.
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
Ah, so you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Okay, that's a little bit unusual, but okay.
you talking about?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no?
I guess you could say that.
The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Liz. But I'm glad you can have a little bit of downtime here. Trying my best, you know, to make you laugh a little bit, guys. Just, you know, remember, after every black line, there's a white one. You know, life is just like a zebra. There's no just bad luck, you know. Your time will come when you will stand on top. You gotta, you know, keep pushing. And one day, I know you'll do great.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
That's a bit unusual, Aya. I hope it was by choice, not because they actually left you, you know?
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you hear me over there?
Mom? Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold. Unbelievable.
Is this the voice of Allison? I didn't think she would sound like that. That's kind of interesting.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Oh, I see. No, it's not.
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
She kind of sounds like, what's her name? Signora. She kind of sounds like a little bit more of a aged Signora, if you will. I feel like that's the same voice actress.
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity.
Oh, Dallas. I'm here too.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
So I see everyone's here. Well then, my warmest greetings, everyone.
Okay, that's kind of what I was expecting a little bit more.
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself.
I mean, if it'll make you feel better, Liz, you can share. And if you want, I might try to give you advice. Or, you know, just listen. If you need to, you know, just speak about it, you can just say, and I'll just be here to listen, if that's what you need.
Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
No, we're standing, Alice, but you know what? We could sit. It's a possibility.
It's a really long table.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this Scarlet's doing?
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this assembly you were talking about earlier?
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story.
Okay.
Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society.
Goddamn Illuminati again.
Challenged the animal Archon himself, but he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs.
And that's when DDR battle began.
They discussed
Lost
their
its
stories and
centuries.
secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday, I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left. But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
So Peter's teacher.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
Ah, so this is where the legendary mages held their meetings.
God damn. The Harry Potter strikes yet again. I kind of want to see how much of a goddamn menace Alice is, because if she's anything like her daughter, I'm honestly horrified. Because the thing is, Klee is probably like a watered down version of Alice. And Alice probably can just blow up like half of Mondstadt just by looking at it. And honestly, I do want that kind of power.
That's right. We often met here to chat and have tea.
Then what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of utmost joy, we'd receive a supreme blessing?
Oh, about that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
Well, the thing is, right, we don't actually know how strong Lisa is because she doesn't fight. Like, there's no single, you know, actual cutscene where Lisa just goes full out. So we don't know actually how powerful she is. She could be like one of the strongest characters in Mondstadt, and we just don't know about it. Because I presume all the, like, she's part of this, like, witch circle, I assume. So it's probably, you know, they all look super, super strong.
So it was indeed written by all of you?
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhindaughter, also known as Gold.
Albedo's mother.
If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study.
Interesting, new character.
Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning.
Okay.
If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world and that they would all know each other?
The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor.
I mean, considering Klee is like the sweetest thing ever, and menace at the same time, Alice, I don't know if I can trust you on that one. But you know, I'll take your word for it, because I don't want to get, you know, wake up in chains and bounds, you know? Just strapped to like a wall. While Alice menacingly says, so you're the one that doesn't believe that I never speak lies. Well, you see, I always tell the truth. And remember when you dare to accuse me of being a liar, I promised myself that I'll make you regret it. And today's the day that'll make you regret it. So yeah, just to avoid that kind of situation, I'll believe you, Alice.
As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
I mean, that is actually probably plausible, Tanish, not sure. I mean, that is a pretty good theory as alias as well.
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers.
So I assume Alice is like an elf, so she lives longer, considering Klee is kind of like an elf as well.
Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you.
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors, but you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Especially that fancy hat of yours. I like you. So how about I give you a C as well? But you always need to wear that hat. Otherwise, your C will get taken down as soon as I came in. Remember that.
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could...
I know I'm no woman, but you know what? I'm setting trends right here. I'll become a witch if that's what it takes to join your Tea Party Club, because, you know what? exclusivity is quite interesting to me, and I do want in. If wearing a dress is what it takes for me to do so, then so be it. I'm ready.
So, the Supreme Blessing actually meant...
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet us at our journey's destination.
That's what I said yesterday as well, Liz. And I was like, who in their right mind goes to Mondstadt, where it's like sunny all the time, in a fur coat? Like, unless she has something to hide under that coat, you know? Like a bunch of, like, treasures or whatever. She just uses it as a storage. I do not see a reason why. Like, there's literally no single reason. But you know what? I'm not the type to pry into others' secrets, so we gotta let it slide for now at least.
Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be. As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
I like how Alice cares so much about her friends and she says like, oh, I'll travel to meet them to the end of the world. Meanwhile, Clee's like that. Mommy, when can I see you again? It's been years. I've been growing up by myself. Like, you know, just a thought.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today.
Bye, Mom! Todoko says bye, too!
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
I'm pretty sure Mondstadt would just, you know, just turn into like a massive cloud of vapor as soon as Alice and Clee just meet each other.
Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
Yes, it's wind bloom again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jay tied the knot. Ah, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windbloom Festival to the fullest.
Whoa! Ah, Albino! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
Now it's tea time. Aita, come on. Look at this. I'm surrounded by all my friends. All 0 of them. Alright, this is tea party for 1. Well, I guess that was great. I like how we didn't even drink the tea. Come on. There's 2 teapots, we didn't even take a sip. Unbelievable. Venti just like shows up to drink at Dilek's tavern, and all he can see is just like just cleanly erased to the ground Mondstadt. Just not even pebbles left, just like clean ground. Just dirt everywhere. And he's like, okay. I guess I need to find a new job now. Since being an Archon is not working out that great. He just comes to Dvalin, just knocks on his doors, and he like, look, Dvalin. Long story short, my home kinda got destroyed, kinda crashed in your place for, you know, just a couple weeks. Just, I'll sleep on your couch, okay? And Dvalin's like reluctantly accepts him. And the next thing you know, Venti just stays there for a year, and Dvalin's like getting sick of and tired of him, just like drinking all day long, doing nothing. He just eventually kicks him out. And Venti just starts becoming a wanderer, just going from Archon to Archon, just crashing in their place until they get sick of him. That's pretty much what Venti would become if Monster is gone.
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, you know, let it out.
I'm fine. I'm just a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
Okay. Sure thing.
It sounds like you've still got something on your minds. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen.
It's nothing, really. It's just... Well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still, the whole thing wasn't quite what I was hoping for.
Timaeus, what do you mean?
Of course, I didn't actually expect the supreme blessing to be real, but...
Is this all about that goddamn succubus yet again? What did I tell you before, Timaeus? That woman is bad news. You still hang up on that. Our boy Timaeus, he is trying to hook up with the perfume lady. You know, the thirstiest of them all. The one that cannot be quenched, no matter how hard you try. She drinks gallons of water and still is thirsty as a goddamn desert. Timaeus, you're going onto the wrong path, my boy. Well, you know what? If you wanted to experience a car crash, all I can do is, you know, put a seatbelt on you.
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Wimbledon Festival Special Ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help...
Oh, no worries, Liz. It's absolutely fine.
If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and we also didn't really get anything out of it.
But I'd say we still learned something new.
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want Kale and I to accompany you?
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me. Now that I've come back to my senses, I really don't know what I should do.
Just bring her some nice flowers, Timaeus, you know. Get a nice chocolates. Maybe a nice bottle of wine. You know, get dressed up, suited up, and a straight road from there.
Hey, you three? You may want to look over there.
God damn, she's here. She's here fast, Paimon. Paimon, cut W. Get us out of here. She sensed us. She smelled us all the way from Liyue. She finally came for us. She's gonna turn us into perfume. God damn it, I'm not going down without a fight.
Huh?
This ruthless woman.
Miss Yingar?
Timaeus, look. I'm gonna say it once, okay? On the count of 3, run. Okay? Run for your life.
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar? I've never met her before.
Timaeus, no! Timaeus, don't go!
That's her!
No, Timaeus!
All the way to
Timaeus, you poor goddamn fool! You don't know what you're messing with. You don't know what kind of power you're trying to poke here. It's a sleeping bear. You don't want to mess with it.
I am so sorry, Miss Yingar, but how did you... I mean...
He's gone. He's gone. Okay, lads, look. Let's get out of here. There's no way. There's no way I'm going down like that.
Are you so happy just to see me?
No, I'm deathly terrified right now.
Well, of course I am. I'm so happy that, I don't, sorry, I don't know what to say.
We lost another one. It's all I can say is F. Like, Timaeus. May Anima Archon have mercy on your poor, foolish soul. You naive man.
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding, but now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time.
Timaeus, do not trust her words. The next thing you wake up is in her basement. You know? She's gonna force you to make perfumes for her. For like a couple weeks, you know, naked. Just shivering in a pure cold room. Stranded by yourself. Timaeus, there's only so much I can do for you right now, but unfortunately you're already too deep to get out. So the only thing I can give you is this sword, okay? This is a dull blade. The strongest weapon of them all. I do not know if it will be strong enough to propel this absolute heathen. This absolute succubus in human form. But you know what? This is the best tool. This is a tool that got me out of many dangerous situations. I fought dragons with it. I fought gods. I fought evil organizations, okay? I fought monsters. Many have been slain by this blade right here. And you know what? Today is the time I pass it on to you. Today is finally the day you become my successor, Timaeus. Use this blade only for self-protection. Because I want it back. As soon as you're done with Ynir, you know, as soon as you escape your evil clutches, I need it back, okay? Because I have a world to save. I don't have time for you and your perfumes business. But this is the least I can do for you. For your bravery that you showed me today. I think you deserve it.
You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course I had to come and find you instead.
All the hope is lost.
Should we go see how they're doing?
Paimon, look at me. Look at me. Should we go see how they're doing? Do you understand who that is? Paimon, I don't think you realize there is the evil incarnate, okay? You think Fatui is the greatest evil organization in the world? No, it is not. It is that woman. That woman single-handedly can overthrow Fatui if she puts her mind to it, okay? And you tell me to go and speak to her? Alright, I'll do it.
I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Mona, where would I find a boar in a city? What kind of prophecy stuff are you... Was that prophecy? Because if that is the case, I'm not doing it. I don't want to get hit by a boar. Sounds like a bad time. I did it once, and it wasn't pleasant.
Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then.
Pay respect to our comrade, that we got lost in battle. Another one goes down. Let gods have mercy on the poor bastard. Because I know she won't. Ynir is gonna squeeze him dry of everything he has.
Glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do. But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities. They're just spread over different parts of our personalities.
I like how this has basically become a complimenting contest. It's basically no you, but for compliments.
I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy just to have met and become your friend.
No worries, Liz. It's perfectly fine, no worries.
Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. But that's okay too. Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all. But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself? Well... Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius? I may have read about that in a book before. That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date. My mom brought
heard
me to
weirder.
dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once. All with a smile on her face.
Sounds like a healthy marriage to me.
But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something, as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do.
Fair.
Why don't you give it a try, Kale?
Okay, I'll try my best. They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
I nearly forgot. This is for you. This texture. Are these seeds? Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. So, I really hope that you'll like them.
I think it's crit rate? Maybe crit damage? I'm not 100% sure. Let me check in a sec.
They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my wind blooms for this year.
Thank you. I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take good care of them.
Kale, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you.
Thank you so much. Really, I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy.
Oh, that's sweet.
Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
No, please, Socrates. Don't do that. You will ruin the moment.
You're right. I almost forgot. Kale, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research.
And that's why Sucrose and Colin never spoke again.
Oh, really? May I? Of course. Huh? What was that? It was like a little cloud of happiness, and now it flew away.
Alright. I don't know what kind of breath colleagues hailed, but I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be purple. Coley, you gotta check that out with the doctor. That's not normal.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research.
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tainari! Sino!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
You see, this is a perfect way you end the quest. The absolute banger. A Sino just gave for free. He didn't even charge for the show. He just showed up, you know, flaunted his massive comedic genius, and just like left. Came like a wind and disappeared as such as well. That's what a true master is.
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
Oh, increased it beyond repair. Are you kidding me? I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna visit Sumeru just to see Sino now.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you.
Oh, for me?
Sino wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
Sino? Look here. I respect you, and I love you. But if you challenge me to a duel, I will destroy you. I never gave it. I beat children, okay? I challenged Glee and I showed no single mercy to her. I had a child beg me for forgiveness, okay? And instead, in her cute little red eyes, and I said, no. I'm winning this one, little girl. So you think I'll give you mercy? No, no. When it comes to battles in card games, there's no such thing as friendship. There's no such thing as connection, and there's no such thing as mercy. There's only one winner and one loser. And I'm not the loser here. So if you dare to challenge me to a duel, you better be prepared. Because I'm gonna bring my A game, and you should do the same.
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
I feel like it's a date, Sino. Just you and me, and a pack of cards.
Can you believe this guy? Let's knock him off his high horse.
Sino. It's time to duel. You activated my trap card. Let's do it.
I've got something to give you too.
Holly? As much as I love you, not right now. This man challenged me to a duel, and I need to accept it. We have our honor on the line. You do not interrupt a man's battle like that.
Huh? Kali has a gift for us?
Yeah, I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed after the Windbloom Festival.
Ooh, that's quite nice, actually.
I made these bookmarks from some Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tainari, and Sino. During Windbloom, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important to them. You three are family to me.
But Tainari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings. And that should be just fine.
I agree.
Now he's just shy.
Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt.
Whoa, are these really for us?
Thank you.
So, are these your chosen Windblooms? Mm-hmm, one of them. Both Padisaras and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
Huh?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?
I guess we're not gonna see the cloud. You just gonna blue ball us like that? Coley, come on. There's no test tube clouds, you lied to me, Coley. How could you do that? Sino? That was eventful indeed. But you know what? It's time. Sino, look at me. I love you. But you dared to challenge me to a duel. And as a man,
I quite like my new card back. It goes perfectly with my deck.
I cannot refuse a challenge.
I take it you've also received your card back? Want to use it to play around?
Oh, would I? Of course I would. Let's do this. Don't you think the Windbloom Festival is quite the auspicious time for a duel? You know, the winds may cause your luck to bloom at a critical moment, allowing you to draw the card you need to turn the tables, You didn't get it? Oh, I did get it. I did get it, Sino. Now let's do. I'm gonna show you the true meaning of love, respect, and also total annihilation. Because that's what will happen to you. Oh, Liz. Take care of that. I hope it's not so serious. Right, let's start with Dylan.
Swiftly.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Just, take care of that. Maybe your blood pressure is too high, You gotta take care of that. I get nosebleed every now and again as well. I feel like overly stressed and stuff. It's usually not super bad, but you still should probably take care of it just in case. Yeah, overheating is also another one that could cause it. Just be careful, wear a hat or something, and try not to, burn in the sun too much, if possible, at least.
Nowhere to run!
In the name of the Prinzessin!
Alright, Oz, your turn.
No rest for the wicked.
Nowhere to run!
Let's change to Sucrose. Alright, fair enough. Oh, as I say, it could be just high blood pressure. I do get that sometimes as well. It could be from stress as well, every now and again. As I say, it's usually not super bad. It just happens every now and again. As long as you don't feel like you're fainting, I feel like that's when you should be worried, but if it's just nosebleed by itself, it's probably not, the worst thing in the world. But you still probably should, just make sure that it's nothing too serious. If it stops after 5 minutes or so, then it's fine. But if it keeps going, just make sure that it's, you know, nothing that's gonna cause for further issues, if you will.
Stand clear.
Ooh, Coley. You sneaky, sneaky one. Interesting. I think I changed to my boy D-Luck. And then use this one. There we go. Some big brain moves going on. Alright, give me some pyro. Not what I wanted, but you know what? Let's do it again. Okay, that's enough. There we go.
Couldn't break the...
Good judgment call.
Indeed, thank you, Sina. I'm glad you could appreciate it. Ooh, that wasn't nice. But you know what? I got a surprise for you, Coley. Look at that.
Time for retribution.
That's what you get. You mess with a bull, you get the horns.
Spirit.
So are you, Sina, your worthy opponent.
Futile.
Alright, I didn't expect you to actually have enough to, you know, challenge me yet again, but you know what, it's fine.
Cocky.
I'm never cocky, Sina, okay? Just because I'm trash talking doesn't mean I'm cocky. It just means I'm confident. Not the best time to get pyro right now. Let's see. Not the worst, I guess. That's fine. Alright, Sina. You've been a worthy opponent, and I loved every second of it. But it's time to say our goodbyes.
Animo test 6308.
My judgment has failed.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you beat the Grandmaster and become the Grandmaster yourself.
A well-deserved victory.
A well-fought battle, my kind sir. A well-fought battle indeed. I like how we don't get anything, except Sina just saying,
I quite like my new card back. I take it you've also... No problem.
Is Sina the only one we can fight with? There's no other characters like sneaking around somewhere? No? Oh well. I mean, we came, we saw, we conquered, you know? Sina learned his lesson. That's what truly matters. Right, let's go fight some bosses, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure we did everything there is to do with Windbloom. Let's just double check, just to make sure. Yeah, looks like it. What about this one? Yeah, we're looking good. And the last one, they do all the pictures. Yes, indeed. So looking golden. Are you okay there, Liz?
A smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of
I hope your nose bleeding stopped.
Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition.
Because you went a little bit quiet, so, you know, a little bit worried.
This was a fine idea.
Just in case. I hope it's not like one of those, you know, anime nosebleeds where you have like a fountain out of your nose cavities. Anyway, let's see. By the way, if it happens frequently, make sure to take some iron supplements, because if you have frequent nosebleed, it probably means that your iron within your body is not high enough. If you get like lightheaded super easily, then it's a first sign that you need more iron in your body. They usually have like pills for supplements, or I guess you can just eat more like red meat and stuff like that. But if you're not into that, as I said, get some supplements for yourself. It will really help you, because I think my father used to have similar issues, and after getting some iron stuff with him, I think it fixed him up quite well. It could be not that, but as the first guess, I would say that probably would be the most logical. Because not many people think about, you know, vitamins and stuff like that, but they are important. They are important indeed. You gotta get your, you know, gummies every morning. I have like a little bottle of vitamins I take every single morning, you know, like a clock, to stay big and strong.
Shine down.
The depths beckon.
Teamwork is trick. Illusion shot.
Be still. Cascade.
Oh yeah, I do remember you asked what his essential status. I'm pretty sure it's like crit rate. Yeah, it is crit rate. I'm pretty sure. Because I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have Circlet as a crit damage, and the Black Soul only gives 22.7, so yeah. I'm pretty sure it is his essential stat. Alright, who else can we fight? Who's gonna put up like a nice fight? Let's do Alkanid, I guess. I hate this fight, but you know what? You gotta get some essential material. Actually, how many I have? Let's see. Look at that. I have 76 of these. And the only reason why is because that boss fight is the quickest to do. So sometimes when I don't feel like spending my resin and I still want to feel like, you know, I don't waste it, I just go there and like kill the boss a couple times and that's it. But yeah, 21. I think I need like, what, 28 or something? For like fully ascended Shincho. Where is it? Oh, there we go.
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment.
I just used Black Sword on him, honestly. Because that normal attack damage is pretty high, you know?
The power of water.
And his E scales from normal attack damage anyway, so that's pretty much why. Because I feel like Black Sword is probably even better than Mist Splitter in certain cases. But then again, I guess Mist Splitter does give him a little bit of elemental mastery. I'm pretty sure.
I'm going in.
It kind of depends if you want to like go him as a pure like
Solid ground. Terrestrial creatures
normal damage, base DPS, or more of a hybrid support.
The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Be still.
There is no escape. Commit it to memory. Sharing my knowledge. Insatorn to oblivion. Illusion shattered. The thunder.
Come on. Save this frog.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
Let's light it up. There is no escape. Hey.
You sneaky sons of bitches. I swear. Alright, let's eat something.
Illusion shattered.
Bennett, I need your healing powers to save me.
Teamwork is dreamwork. There is no escape. Illusion shattered.
Let's see what happens when
There
you
we go.
lose your foothold.
Ah, I see. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, if you go for Eka, then Mist Splitter is a good choice for her, obviously.
The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Let's light it up. Adventure time. Let's light it up. There is no escape.
Okay, doing good, doing good.
Let's light it up.
As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
Yeah, water will exist forever indeed. Let's see. Who else can stand up to us? I mean, you know, with enough prayers to the almighty Zhongli, anything is possible, you know? Because I'm pretty sure you still have quite a bit of time before like reruns. Because she was rerunning not too long ago, so you probably still have plenty of opportunities to get her. I mean, if you want this, it's up to you. I'm gonna, you know, one day I'm gonna go here. You know what? Let's go get some Ayato materials. Because I was gonna say one day I'm gonna go and actually, you know, ascend Ayato. But you know what? Let's do it today. I'll need to complete the quest to do Raiden's actually. Because she needs that Seirei stuff. And in order to get to the boss, we need to do the quest. Ooh, so at one point we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Just not sure when. But we'll be doing it. Yeah, it should be plenty. As I said, Tanya, she literally was rerun like a few patches ago, wasn't she? So you probably still have at least, I'd say 3 to 4 patches. At least, if they decide to do her again. But I'd say probably more than that even. There's plenty of time for you to save up and to get her. And you never know, you might decide to pull for somebody else in the process. You might think that one of the new characters is more appealing for you. Ooh. You know, times like this, I wish Wanderer's, flight was infinite. Because this would have been avoided very easily otherwise. But you know what? It's fine. Because you know what? Destination is not what's important, it's the journey. And the journey we shall take. There probably was an easier way of doing it, but you know what? We're not quitters and we're not looking for easy ways out. Okay, there we go. I can see it. It was in my sight. There we go. Alright, so it's right there. I do believe that it's like underground passage somewhere there. Just need to find it. Look at that. Sangirami is probably my favorite island in the entire Inazuma. Just something about it. It's very pretty. It gives me like the Little Mermaid vibes. By looking at it, you wouldn't even... probably wouldn't say that it's been through like a harsh war not too long ago. Was none other than this woman right here. The Almighty Shogun.
Detached from the
Well, that was a thing. I stopped. I looked at the chat for a second and I was like, surely nothing bad will happen. Ah, silly me. Oh, she's gone. Alright. How do I climb this? There we go. Just for the future, to unlock the quest. Leave me alone. Go away. I don't want to fight right now. You got... you goddamn worthless son. I swear to God. I hate it. I hate it here. I changed my mind. I hate everything. Just leave me alone. Go away. Yeah, it's a use of Unfortunately, I do not possess any accounts. Well, that's not true. I do have US one, but it's a fairly low level. So I don't even know if I can play co-op on that one. I think it's like level 25-ish, maybe? We'll see. I do plan to play with you guys on the US at some point, maybe. If my ping doesn't, you know, blow my computer up. That is. Are you for real? Are you... Genshin? Are you...
Such is...
What kind of bullshit is this? I swear to God. Ooh, Genshin's testing my patience today. Go away. I swear.
This might hurt a little.
Ooh. I hate life. I drowned in a goddamn puddle. In a puddle. What kind of bullshit is that? It was literally knee deep. I swear to God. What kind of physics Genshin implemented? Who drowns in that? That rustled my jimmies. That... Maybe I wasn't destined to get that waypoint, you know what? You know what? Maybe they're just Genshin telling me not this time. You know what? You know what? I'll do it this way. That's what I get for, you know, trying to be smart about it. That's what I get. Never try to be smart. Always takes a safe route. That was an experience that I do not wish to experience yet again. Because if I do, the harsh words will be said. In all directions. Danish, are you trying to pull a dead joke on me? Because I swear, if you do, how could you? I'd say I'm more down right now than up. Both mentally, physically, and emotionally. Because that goddamn little ball ruined my life for a good 5 minutes. It showed me despair. It showed me hope. And then crushed it. Right in front of my eyes. When I drowned in that pool, my soul also drowned within it. And I might not recover ever again. I might just be a husk of, you know, emotionless man that was broken by the Genshin gods of fate. Well, you see, Tanish, unfortunately I don't own Sina, so I'm sure it's hilarious. Nonetheless. We finally made it. The crisis averted. Oh, are you kidding me? After I drowned in the goddamn puddle, I chose violence, okay? At that moment, there was no peaceful Lux anymore. At that point, there was only spiteful Lux that were remaining. A type of Lux that will rain, you know, mayhem upon Teyvat.
Illusion shattered.
But you know what? it's okay now. Now, we're finally free of that nightmare. So we don't need to worry anymore.
Let's light it up! Off we go!
Committed to memory.
Absurd!
I mean, Villanuck will be there at some point, you kidding me?
Illusion shattered!
Because I was planning to do a manhwa reading session with you guys of one of my favorite manhwas of all time, called I Am the Fated Villain, while we are on the topic. And I was gonna go full villain mode on you. Because there's a special piece of art for me that I would like to share with all of you at one point. It is pretty lengthy though. It has like 70 chapters, but you know what? I'm fully prepared, because it is worth it. You will finally see that Lux as a villain is your worst nightmare and greatest hope in this life.
There is no escape! Illusion shattered!
Because the thing is, my favorite manhwas are about villains. I don't know if it's by a stroke of fate, or you know, just me being a little bit edgy. Well, I love me some villains. Or at least anti-heroes. Because there's nothing I dislike more than just bland heroes. You know, just copy-pasted, goody two-shoes type kind heroes. I'm not a big fan of those. I need depth to my characters, you know? I need some meat on the bones to finally make me feel something.
Shine down! Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
We're almost there. Come on, Hypothesis.
There is no escape.
Alright.
Shine down.
Committed to memory.
There we go. Some item materials. Let's wait for you to revive, because I kind of need, you know, item materials, so we're gonna run it back as soon as it revives. Unless I already did. I stay correct, I already did. Well, that's the thing, Liz. For me, the type of characters I enjoy are usually not even heroes. Like, no main characters either. Because majority of my favorite characters are like side characters. Because some of my favorite characters of all time are Aizen from Bleach. Then we have... who else? I liked Itachi from Naruto when I was a kid. He was pretty cool. I liked... who else? I liked Whitebeard a lot from One Piece. You know, the stashed man. He was really cool. I liked... just give you like mainstream ones. I like Gildas from, you know. I just like the type of characters. They're like so badass that every time they show up on screen, they just like mess shit up and then just leave. That's the kind of characters I like. Because that's the kind of man I wish I was. You know? Because every time those types of characters show up on the screen, you know stuff is about to go down. And that's what I like in fictional media. Because, you know, heroes are usually pretty bland and boring. At least, I think so. If they don't have, like, you know, some sort of reason for being strong. Because majority of the times, that's why I don't really like My Hero Academia, I guess. Because, to me, Deku is a good main character if you want somebody that's real, you know? But that's not what I kind of want. I want somebody that's, like, not perfect, per se, but, like, strong enough to make me feel like, yes, this is who I want to be. Because, like, when I look at somebody like Deku, I'm just like, yes, that's a well-written character, you know, he has flaws, he's not perfect, but he tries his best, you know, to improve and get better. And that's like a kind of character, you know, majority of people can relate to. But that's not what I want. I want badass characters. You're just there to mess stuff up, take names, and, you know, just be awesome in general. Because the reason why I don't usually like main characters is because they're extremely bland majority of the time. Because there's one thing being overpowered and actually having personality, and there's another thing just being overpowered. The perfect example of that is like Kirito from Sword Art Online. Like, the man is a complete tool, but he's strong as hell, you know? So that's kind of cool. But I prefer characters like... Let me think of like a main character as a good example. Of like pure but still pretty cool. Have you guys ever read Kenichi, like The Strongest Disciple? That is a very, very good example of a cool protagonist, because he basically starts like just a regular guy who doesn't have any like powers whatsoever, and then he like meets his future wife and just starts his training arc with like 5 different badass teachers. They just make him, like, mold him into this super awesome protagonist that just kicks ass and, you know, takes names on a daily basis. That's the kind of protagonist I like. You know, I don't mind protagonists that have flaws. That's perfectly fine. It's more like, I don't want protagonists that just, like, so bland. They don't have any opinions of their own. They just do whatever's right. And one of my most hated tropes is characters that do not kill at all. Like, because they stay on this, like, moral high ground where they just refuse to kill because they feel like it's beyond them. I hate that.
Illusion shattered.
Because there's one thing where you just don't want to kill anyone. That's perfectly fine. But a lot of protagonists are just like, no, I'm above killing. I'm not an animal. You know, and I'm just like, that's boring. That's probably why I read so much manhwa, because it's very hard to find a good protagonist. My favorite protagonist of all time is probably Kira from Death Note. Because that man, ooh, that man is a stone cold savage. He pretty much just manipulated everyone within his life. And like, just to get what he wanted. And I respect that. That's why probably Death Note, to this day, is probably my favorite like, anime of all time. Besides Bleach, but Bleach is more like nostalgia-based, and because Aizen is there, and he's my favorite villain. But Kira is just like the perfect blend of edgy, smart, and collected character, because he's super well written. And like the entire back and forth between him and the main... I don't know, can you call L antagonist? Because he's not really antagonist. He's more like just protege to Kira, I guess. Because there's not really villains or heroes in Death Note. It's more like you just watch a life of 2 people and you just like spectate it. But yeah, because it kind of reminded me of that. It's the kind of characters I like the most. But yeah, in anime it's super difficult to find them. Because I'm also though like a fan of like cringy evil, you know? Have you guys watched Rebirth of a Healer? Or I think it was called something like that, Rebirth of a Healer. I know there was Healer in the title. Now that is an example of cringy evil. Because like, I don't know, it's just, it was kind of like, I just was laughing the entire time I watched it when it came out back in the day. I was like laughing my ass off. Because it's just like the stuff the main protagonist just did was so stupid that it just made me laugh.
There is no escape.
I couldn't take him seriously. Redo of a Healer, that's right. Thank you for reminding me, Tanish. It's been ages since I watched it. It probably shows that I don't remember the actual title, how much I cared about it. But I do remember that it was like super, you know, interesting, if you will.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Off we go. Grill.
There we go. Which road do I want? I mean, 2 for 1 I guess is better deal. It was just like that scene, it wasn't like scary to me, or it wasn't like cool to me, it was more like, just why? I don't know. Because I know people that like absolutely detest the show, and then I know people who love it because, you know, it's edgy and whatnot. But I'm kind of like in the middle. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. It's more like I'm indifferent, which is probably worse, because like if you don't have an opinion about something, it shows that you like just don't care to even have an opinion. Because nowadays the word mid is the worst insult you can possibly give to a show. And Redo of a Healer is mid. It's as mid as it gets, really. And I read the manga as well. And to be fair, manga is a little bit better. Because in manga, the main protagonist is not a complete moron, at least. He was kind of like, still stupid, but you know, at least funny stupid. In anime, he's just like, neither, really. But yeah, that's a good example of what not to do as a villain. But yeah, I thought I'd share while we were on the topic, because it just reminded me of like all the like bad shows that I used to watch as a kid. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I was like 12, 13, my taste in anime still haven't developed, so I watched everything. I just went on like my anime list and just like picked absolutely everything. And then just watched like a couple episodes and seen what I liked. I probably watched like hundreds of animes by this point. That's why I don't watch as much of them nowadays. But yeah, it's... oof. I remember so many bad shows that I watched. And sometimes, you know, I would watch them till the end as well. The amount of isekai stuff I watched is astonishing to me. I'm pretty sure I watched every single isekai to have existed. And by far, the dumbest one that I ever saw was, I was reborn into this world with a smartphone or something. It was something like that. And that one was just, ooh. It was honestly painful. I never experienced physical pain from watching a show. But that day, I felt mentally, emotionally, and physically hurt by what was I witnessing. And the worst thing, that show had like 7 out of 10. And I was like, who? Which goddamn savage sat through the entire show? Because I did as well. I'm not better. But when I sat through it, I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Who made this? Because I want to have a word with them. And some people were like, you know what? I kind of enjoyed it. And I was like, this is why we can't have world peace because people like that exist. We can't come to agreement because people with bad taste exist. It made me mad, honestly. Because, like, stuff like, you know, Death Note, sometimes people say that it's mid, and I'm like, how can you say that? Because it's probably the same people that like stuff like that. And it just makes me mad. But jokingly, man, I'm not actually, like, upset about it. I'm not one of those people. But I'm just, like, baffled. Whether sheer, you know, audacity, if you will, that some people have. Record of Ragnarok I've seen, Tanish. Shield Hero is a good one. Shield Hero is a good example of anti-hero. I love Shield Hero. That's actually a really, really good example, Tanish. I forgot about that one, but that's a really good example of anti-hero. Probably one of the better ones. Because Shield Hero is kind of starts with, like, betrayal, you know? But instead of protagonist going to this, like, edgy, you know, dumbass type villain, he actually smart about it, you know? Because when he's presented with revenge for the person that basically took away everything from him, he didn't do it. He was like, you know what? I'm just gonna publicly shame you. You're gonna live with the shame for the rest of your life. Because he literally changed the name. The name of... I think it was like something like dumb bitch or something like that. He changed her public name and how everybody addresses her to that. Or something like that. I don't remember exactly. And it was so beautiful. Because I was like, God damn, I didn't expect that. And it was such a good surprise. Tanish, remind me of the name. I can't remember for the love of me. Because I remember there was like a king, right? That they changed the name of. And the daughter. They changed them both. I don't remember the king's name, but I do think there was like something along those lines for the daughter. And it was like an icing on a cake. That's what made me like fall in love with the show. Because before then, I was like, it's pretty good, you know? It's nothing to write home about. But as soon as that scene hit, I was like, okay. I think I gave it like 9 out of 10 at a time. But now that I think about it, it's pretty much 10 out of 10 show. Because like, I can't think of anything like bad about it, really. It's like, it's not the greatest thing I've ever seen, but it's not bad at all. I think plenty of people should give it a shot. And if you read manga, it's even better in manga form, honestly, because manga is actually insane. Like, the art that the artists put out is super, super good. And I guess another, like, famous example that probably majority of you guys know anyway is Berserk. Berserk is special to me, personally, on a personal level, because Berserk was my first introduction to like a dark fantasy type anime. And it made me, you know, question things when I watched it. Because Berserk is known to be like, how should I say it? Not for weak-minded, if you will. Because some of the stuff that's going on there is very, very disturbing. It's like... we're probably better not reading it, but like if you do read it, it's a trip. It's very unfortunate what happened with Creator, you know, and them not being able to finish their masterpiece, but the stuff that they did have is phenomenal. It's honestly one of the greatest pieces of art I think ever existed, probably, in a manga form at least.
Let's go.
Like, yeah, Berserk will make you feel things that you never thought you would feel. It will make you question things as well. And you probably won't be able to read it in one go, because I don't think anyone ever read Berserk in one go, because it's physically impossible with the amount of, you know, stuff that's going on there. You need to like be in the right mindset to read it. Otherwise, you're not gonna enjoy it. It's just gonna be a bad time for you. So if you do plan to read Berserk, just make sure that you're not in a negative mind space, because that's the last thing you want to do. Because it's just gonna make you depressed. But yeah, there was plenty of anime that I watched and was like, whew, that's some hard garbage right there. Especially isekai ones. Like, isekais got populated to hell and back. With the amount of, mediocrity you get nowadays, it's very tough to find good stuff. Which is unfortunate because anime is very good when it's good. But anime is also very bad when it's bad. And it's very easy to pump out bad stuff, because unfortunately nowadays, people are not as creative because they just use similar formula for majority of shows and just do whatever works. That's a little bit of a shame, because when you think about it, the greatest shows that ever existed, or they're still coming out, like when you think what's the best show that came out recently, majority of people probably will say Chainsaw Man. But people forget that Chainsaw Man is not a new manga. It's been out for like ages. It's older than some people that probably watch Chainsaw Man right now. So it's very tough to find like new cool things nowadays. That's why I kind of stopped watching anime and started going more into manga, because with manga, there's no such thing as aging. Because with manga, it stays like timeless, but with anime ages. And you can tell because the animation styles have changed throughout time. Like, older stuff doesn't look as good as new. And for majority of people, they prefer visuals over story. So it's very tough to entice people into old stuff that is good. Because like nowadays, if you recommend somebody to start off with something like Soul Eater, for example, or maybe Reborn, maybe get them into like one of the shonens that were really good, like Bleach, or even One Piece. Like nowadays One Piece has like 1,000 episodes, and like I don't expect anyone to catch up with the right state of mind, because it would take them months minimum to get there. But yeah, it's rough nowadays, because I keep up with like new upcoming stuff every now and again. I try to like stay in the loop, but just some of the stuff that keeps coming out nowadays is very sad to me, because people don't try as hard, and it's very upsetting. But the good stuff is manhwa is on the rise, because there's never been more like cool manhwa coming out. Like, with the amount of artists that are super talented and like super good storytellers as well. Because I was amazed, like when you think about a manhwa, is not old. It's a pretty new thing, because like manhwa was developed in like 2017, 2018. That's when it got like big, with notable titles like High School God, Solo Leveling, those big ones. That's what made it popular, and that's why a lot more artists started making it. And that's what I like, because those kinds of shows are very good. And I'm glad they're getting, more attention. And I kind of wish, because I heard that Solo Leveling will get an anime at some point. And I'm excited for that, because Solo Leveling is good. I remember enjoying it a lot. So I'm pretty hyped for that one if it will ever come out. Because that will be a very good story. Because the main character, Sung Jin-woo, is super good. He's one of the very few protagonists that go from like super weak to super strong, but not in a cringe manner. Because the man is like super level-headed, and he never like tries to flex on people for no reason. He just does his thing, and he does it good. That's what I like about him. But yeah, I can talk about manhwa all day long. It's a very, important subject to me personally. because manhwa was something that you know, keeps me sane, if you will. Because I don't really like reading books, and I'm not the biggest fan of you know, traditional storytelling. I like seeing pictures, because that's what makes me, because my imagination is not the greatest. It's not like terrible, but I personally prefer to be told the story rather than me imagining it, because that way I can enjoy it way more, and I can actually, you know, enjoy the way author intended it to, at my own pace as well. Which is another thing, because I feel like some animes either go too fast or too slow, and with manhwa you don't have that issue because you decide your own pace. You can literally spend like 5 minutes on a single panel if you feel like it and appreciate the art, or you can speedrun it in 2 minutes, you know? It all depends on how you feel about it. That's what I enjoy, because you're your own storyteller, you're your own narrator at that point. Tadish, that sounds like your friend has an issue.
Ooh.
Because
I really like the feel of these cards.
That's not normal. If your friend does nothing but watch anime all day long, that's an issue. Because oh, I didn't know I reached the maximum coins. Okay, I guess let's go buy something. That's unusual. I didn't even know there's a limit. Alright, I need to talk to Prince. Prince, give me your finest wares. But as I said, you should probably like sit down with your friend and be like, look, I know anime is great, but you gotta give it a rest every now and again. You seriously have an issue. Because I have friends like that as well. Because I got introduced to anime by my friend. I didn't know about anime until I was like 10. Because it wasn't like a very big thing when I was growing up. It only became like super big nowadays. Nowadays everyone knows about anime, even people that don't even care about it. So yeah. Alright, who should I buy? Let's see. Interesting. I don't really know the difference between cards, so you know what, I'm just gonna buy whatever I feel like is cool. Let's go buy Ganyu, I guess. Who else? Let's do Mona. She looks kinda cool. Who else? There's no Zhongli. That's truly saddening fact to me. Unbelievable. No Zhongli. Don't know, let's go buy Ayaka as well, I guess. Make some freeze team situation at some point. That should be fine for now. Now let's see. Probably should change my setup a little bit, because I've been rocking the same deck for a while. Actually, no, it's fine for now. I'll change it later. Let's do one more battle, and I'll probably call it a day after that. The thing is, I watched anime, I know it sounds crazy, but I watched anime in 2x speed. Every single time. I never watched anime as intended in 1x speed, because I never wanted to feel like my time is wasted. So I always made sure that I watched every single show ever in 2x speed. Sometimes even in 3x speed if I felt like it.
Let's finish this.
I know it sounds insane, but That's what I used to do. That's how I would save time. Maybe that's what your friend does as well. He might be like an evil mastermind that watches anime in like times 20 speed and just catches up on everything. Because that's probably would be what I would do if I was still in school. Let's put this one. Let's do this. Let's do this. I mean, that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, sometimes you just don't need to watch anime in normal speed, because it's a waste of time. Watching in 2x speed, I swear, you wouldn't even notice it. If anything, you probably enjoy it more, because it will speed up the boring stuff. I would say, if you care about anime that you're watching, do not do 2x speed, because it might ruin it for you. But I would say, if you're thinking that it's like 5 out of 10 show, I'd say watch it in 2x speed, and if you enjoy them, then you can watch it in normal speed. Because remember, time is precious, and there's only so much crap you can take before it's too much. So only watch good stuff.
I want to help. Test 6308.
There we go. It's a bit of a defensive team for Chongyun right there. Which is the worst kind, but you know, it's fine.
Leave it all to me.
But yeah, I don't think we will be talking about anime today. That was a very, you know, unexpected yet pleasant surprise, because I haven't talked about it in a while. Usually it's all about manga with me, but you know what? I also like anime, believe it or not. But only when it's good. Only when it's good. Interesting. Let's change to official.
In the name of the Prinzessin.
Oh, I thought it was my turn. I was like, what's going on?
I summon thee.
Let's finish this swiftly.
I do agree. Alright, Shunyun, let's see what you got up your sleeves. I'm not sure what Shunyun does, he just keeps switching cards. He doesn't actually attack me. I'm not sure if that's his strategy, but it doesn't really work out for him, from what I can see. If you want to do that, Liz, just find there's a fandom website. If you just Google Genshin fandom, it will pop up the website where you can find absolutely all the information available for every single character. That's where I used to go whenever I did make videos about lore or whatever, and they helped me a lot. It's probably the easiest way to, you know, search for cool stuff. Interesting. I guess let's get rid of my little boy. As much as it pains me, we gotta do it. Oh, I'm sorry, Razy. But, you know, it had to be done. Actually, no, it's not gonna make a difference, so I might as well just... Actually, no, I need to heal my dealer, because he's about to die. And we'll do this. It seems like a better action plan. If you wanted for like deeper stuff, you might have to, you know, dig a little bit deeper, but that one is like a good baseline. Let's draw some cards, maybe we'll get something good. Not really, but... I guess I can leave this for later.
Fourth, my blade.
Ooh, that's a little bit of a rough one. You know what, let's switch to official.
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Okay. Let's see what dice will give us. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, we're looking good, we're looking good. Oz,
By royal decree.
get in there. That's fine.
Fräulein.
And there we go.
Stand clear.
The scourge of evil.
We got an achievement as well, which is nice.
I guess I'm not really cut out for this kind of game.
You play to defensive Chongyun. You can't just hide in a turtle shell forever. Sometimes you gotta come out. I'll do the other two later. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good, you know, ending point. So guys, I hope you had fun today. I hope you know, laughed a little bit. And I hope you made your day a little bit better, you know. Rough Mondays for majority of people out there. But yeah, tomorrow, same time as usual, I'm gonna be live, 8 o'clock. Gonna notify you as usual. I really gotta make the schedule that I was talking about, but you know, I just didn't have time. I might do it tomorrow, if time allows, but I hope you have a good remainder to your day, or evening, night even. And as I said, just remember, it will always get better with the help of one and only Zhongli. As long as you believe in him, everything can get better. And remember, drink your tea to cleanse your soul, body, and spirit. Anyway, as I said, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.